Hello everyone and welcome back to Satisfactory update for the new factory build. Last time we built some Mach 3 logistics. We've improved the factory, made sure that we produce everything that we needed, and built some power. We've made the hyper tubes. It's been super fun. But now we gotta go to the super serious stuff because we've unlocked tiers 5 and 6, and there's a lot of things that we gotta do for them. But the most important stuff that we will need is going to be the pipeline engineering, which is going to allow us to expand our power infrastructure, and the expanded power infrastructure itself, yeah, which is going to allow us to get the conveyor belt Mach 4s, which we desperately need. But before we actually do that, we need oil processing because we can't do anything without the oil products. We can't unlock those two things without the oil product. So let's select the oil products. Come on, let's put these things in, and we don't have enough. Yay, perfect. Gotta get some more. BRB and go.
Milestone reached. Oil acquisition and refining unlocked. Oil-based products can now be made. The byproducts of oil refinement can be used after further processing, as seen in the refinery. Caution. This is a reminder to minimize the chance of expiration during out-of-base activities.
Yay, 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 yay. Perfect. So we've unlocked also valves, which allows us to limit the flow of pipelines. And these are some of the other things that I've unlocked, but that is it. So there we go. Let's have a quick look at the refinery, which is a beast. Alright, so what we can do out of this is going to be plastic and rubber. So in order to make those two, we need oil. And this produces the heavy oil residue, which can then be turned into, I think it is residual fuel, if I'm not mistaken. So we can turn residual fuel, yeah. So heavy oil, we can turn the heavy oil into residual fuel, yeah. And then we can pack the residual fuel and we can put it into the sink if we need to produce stuff. Alright, but first and foremost, we got to get the oil and start processing it. And as most of us know, first bits of oil are down there. Oh, we can use, no, it's the other one. So crude oil, bam, and we got 3 nodes over there, and there's gonna be plenty more over on that side. So let us get cracking. First and foremost, I gotta build all the foundations, yeah, for the refineries. So I'm gonna fill all of this thing here with foundations, and then we're gonna go down and start building some extractors, bring the oil up and put them into the refineries. But that's gonna be after we build the first refineries. And here we have it, our first refinery fab. It is nice, it is tight, it is compact, and we even managed to some extent to keep the 6x6 layout. Well, at least 6 on one side. So let me get you through it. It is very versatile, as in it can be used to do the overflow method or the load balanced method. Yeah, so it is very nice indeed. So I'm gonna show you exactly how I built it. So we start by making a square rectangle of 6 by 8 foundations. Yeah, so we have 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. Put another corner here and another one here. One, one. Okie dokie. Yeah, don't mind this. We're gonna have a look at it now. And you put a splitter as usual right in the smack bang of it. And from there on, you shall be going towards the sides. Yeah. So what we do is you go to the sides, and uh, because what we want to do is we want to have enough space in the back, we're gonna need to put things in a sort of order. Yeah, so what we do is you can do the line of splitters like this, and we can have the next ones in line with the splitters like that. Yeah, so what we can do is we can do either this, but it's wrong obviously, but yeah, we want to make sure that there's space for 3 splitters in between the or mergers in between the refineries. Yeah, so we can do one here, and then it's going to be right over here. Yeah, and then we put, where is it, another one, and then over on this side we do the exact same thing. We should be able to line them up because we have them now. Yeah, here we go, one here and another one here. Now the inputs are gonna be in the middle because it makes things a bit easier. Yeah, and the outputs are gonna be on the outside. So what we do is you can start with the inputs or the outputs. It doesn't really make any difference, but in this case I'm gonna start with the outputs. So the way we do it is I'm gonna put some mergers, yeah, right at the end of the tiles. There we go. I'm gonna put one there and the other one is over here. Yeah, now we can do that, and here we'll be able to do this, and then this merges, and then we're gonna put another one here. Yeah, and this is gonna be really cool. Now there might be some issues when it comes to doing this if you have inputs, yeah, like in here. So the way we can get over this particular issue is by offsetting the actual mergers. Yeah, and we can do those by putting them higher. We can look at that later, because you might have refineries where you have both inputs and outputs for both pipes and for conveyors. But for most of cases where you don't have inputs, yeah, this is gonna be perfectly fine. So you do this thing here, and then when we go for the pipes, you can put the pipeline support right over here, one over there, and another one over here. Yeah, then we grab the pipes and we join them. For the conveyor, we can do the same thing on the other side where we have the mergers, and then this bad boy comes over here and over here. Yeah, and then we have the other merger right over here. And like I said, if we have issues with this, you can put the mergers over here, or we can offset them to put them to the top. And if we put them to the top, if needed, we can do this sort of setup where we have the mergers here, and where is it? Like that. You can get the outputs. Instead of going down, you can do a nice little elevator. That doesn't work. Okay, so this is another thing that I need to think of and see if it can be done a bit better in terms of doing inputs and outputs on the same side. But for um, normal refineries where you have only pipe inputs, this should work perfectly fine. No issues whatsoever. So basically we have the outputs here and they go to this merger, and if we didn't have this input that is here to show you how this whole setup works, if you have inputs as well as outputs, we could just join this merger straight to that merger over there from the other stack. And here in the middle, what we can do is we can put a nice little joiner like this. It's a junction cross, and from the junction cross, yeah, we can then use, ignore this, that, and we can take it all the way there. However, the pipe is a bit too long in this case, so we will have to put some sort of splitter somewhere. Splitter, sorry, a junction support somewhere in the middle. And then we can join the rest of the output, and it should be going out as well from all of them. So we have this like that. Now, for the inputs, we have the input pipe over here coming in, yeah, and let's say we don't have output, because I'm gonna have to figure out how to do this for both inputs and outputs on the refinery. You have the input here. Now, we can do this in two ways. We can do it the overflow method or the load balanced way. The overflow method works like this. You have a nice little junction over here, right in the middle, smack bang, which splits to the right and the left. And then you have other junctions, which then go from here to its necessary input. And the same for the conveyors, where you split, and then you have a splitter which goes to each individual refinery to have its own input. Yeah, so this is the overflow method. Now, the load balanced method, which you can also use, is like this. You split the main input, and then you split it again over on this side. Yeah, and then what you do is you build some supports right over the conveyor splitter, which you can do the same way. And there we go. We haven't put the actual input right way, but if we put it the right way, the splitter from that end comes over here, and you can now, well, actually not here because it doesn't work like that. We gotta put it over here. And now we can put the conveyor to split equally between all of the inputs. And for the pipe itself, what we can do is, after we've built the support, you put the pipe over there, and in this case, see, you got to do it the other way around because for some reason it's buggy. And then this here can be split into two. Yeah, so you can put another junction right after the main junction, and that will basically split the output from here into both of them, if you know load balancing does work properly for pipes, like it should technically do. And then we have here for the input another junction that we can put down, and then we can do another vertical. So that basically gives us a perfectly load balanced input into the refineries as well. So you can have both methods. Now, I'm gonna have to have a quick look and see whether we can do something about the second input from the junction here, so that we can have that be joined by the outputs from over here. So unfortunately this layout does not work, as far as I can tell, easily for recipes that have both inputs and outputs that are double, so both liquid and solid inputs and outputs. So you can have you can easily have uh, liquid input and then liquid output and solid output. But if you have solid input and solid output, then that is going to cause some issues. Yeah, unless you only have one solid output, in which case you can have the output the input, you can have that maybe stacked, and then you can split it over here in case you want to do the overflow method. You know, there are some minor variations that should be able to work, but for most recipes that we have right now in the beginning, having like this, like the polymer resin and the water, and that outputs rubber. So you need both solid input and solid output. So that might cause some serious issues. What you can do is, in order to do some chicory pokery, you can extend the layout by another tile or two, and then based on that, you can do some maneuvering with the pipes and the splitters. Okay, so, oh yeah, I forgot to actually show you how to connect the pipes over here. So what you do is you just put normal junctions, and then you put vertical flows to them, and that should give you the perfect connections to everything. And that basically is it for the refineries. All I gotta do now is put the floors up. Whoa, what are these guys? I don't think I've seen these before. Okay. What I gotta do is put the foundations to the next floor in case I need to have 2 floors of these, and then connect the pipes to the proper layout, and we are good to go. So I'm gonna simplify this. I'm gonna use the overflow method because it's a lot easier, and I'm just gonna make the first refinery. It's gonna be either plastic or rubber. I'll figure it out. Now, over on the output end, what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna do something very similar to what we do in the normal layout. Yeah, we have the output bin, yeah, which is like this, and that can be doubled. And we're gonna put a splitter over here to no, it's wrong. Why is the out? Why is it a merger? It needs to be a splitter. There we go. There we go. And then we need to make sure it's a 240 line, because each one of them can produce 30. And then for the liquid, what we can do is we can put a small fluid buffer, yeah, right next to the bin, which is gonna keep all the liquid in the, where is it? It's gonna be here, yeah. which can then be moved somewhere else. Yeah, and then the liquid, we can do something really cool. We can either take it straight from here and to here, which might look ugly, or we can do a really nice layout where we have a pipe right over here, and then we can put it in here and then over there. And now if we have two outputs on each side, if we wanted to do this sort of thing, we can just double these on each side right over here like that, and then we can put a splitter in the middle but have these like that so they can go on each side. It depends on what sort of layout you want to have, but for the intents and purposes of what we want right now, this is going to be more than enough. Yeah. Later on we're going to have to unlock the really big fluid buffer, and that will definitely change the layout, but you shouldn't put those around these because you don't want them to be the kind of basic big storage area that you have around the refineries. You just want the liquids to go and be processed. But if you want like a really big storage area, you should basically make like a really big one specifically made for this. Okay, so the next thing is to hook up the power, put the walls, and make sure we're good to go on the refinery end. And so the refinery is done. I've set up everything. I have actually left the two setups in here because I'm trying to figure out which one works better, if it's worth doing the load balanced one or not. Probably not, if the way liquids work in here is the way liquids work in reality. Okay, and I've put everything down, and I brought some pipes and made some foundations, and now the priority is to come down here and get some oil. But in order to get the oil, we need to clear some things out. But there seems to be either bugs or something in this game because this guy is absolutely massive. He's like an absolute monster. Look at him. Absolute monster. Hold on. Oh, I think I have seen some. Yeah, and there's some bugs over here. Yeah. And in a BTS that I did previously, guess what? I got ourselves some nobelisks. And I'm gonna blow this guy. Oh, no. No. Scheiße. The hell? No! Aw, God. Buzz off, you bastard. Pieces of crap that you are. Come on. This asshole's running away from me. There we go. Come on. Now we're talking. God damn it. That was nasty. Oh my god, it takes so long to do these. So we got an impure node here. And there's gonna be a normal node and another impure one. So I need to clear these guys out. And then we shall get to building. So let us get into oil extraction. Need to place on a resource node. Yes. Okay, we're gonna perfectly align it to west. And we're gonna build it. We got oil. Now, this only does 60 because it's impure. The normal node does 120. Yeah, and as far as I'm aware, there is no pure, but I think I might be wrong. I think there is some pure nodes over there. Okay, so uh, I will maybe need to overclock some of these because what I want to do is I want to make two pipes, one for the rubber and one for the plastic. So I'm gonna have to put everything and bring the pipes. What the? Okay, I gotta think. What's going on here? This must be an April Fool's thingy. It must be because it is April's Fool, April the 1st, at the time of recording, and this thing is like the best thing ever. Oh my god. Oh my god, that is absolutely epic. Nice. Nice one, guys. It's really good. You can even pet the guy. Pet the giant doggo monster. Okay, that's good. Let's continue. Oh yeah, and the giant guys are now super small. You can still jump on them though. Bing. Actually, probably not with these. They still sound like the big guys. Nice. Is connected. I've overclocked all three of them to 200%. So that one, which is a normal, makes 240. These two combined will give 240. Now, pipes are a bit crooked, but don't worry about that. I could have just done them straighter, but it's okay. Now, the next thing that we have to do is put in some pumps because we need to have some flow. There's gonna be yeah. So there you go. See, this is so nice. Oh my god, this is so cool. Being able to see all of this, the actual flow, how much it is getting up. So you can just put it right up to here. Yeah, and then you just do this. Why is this thing so crooked? It's the interesting question. Okay. And then the other one will go here as well. Or is it? What's he eating? Oh, he's just like licking his lips. No, I still have to put another one. Damn it. Okay, so I'm gonna put these things and hook them up and then be back to fire them. Yay! And so it is done. Our first oil setup is completed. I've put all the pumps in. It should cover everything. They're hooked up. The only thing that's left is to power it and hear that oil flowing. So without further ado, let's go. Let's hope we got enough power. Here we go. Wow, that's a lot of power. It's gonna be 360 just for the pumps. Ooh, that is not gonna be good. But they are flowing. They are flowing. And they're slowly getting filled. Come on. my god, what's going on? Is there not enough lift? There should be. They're big pipes. It's gonna take a lot of time for them to fill up. There should be enough head lift on them. Yeah, they're big pipes, that's the thing. Ah, there we go. That one's pumping. It's going up. This one should be getting in as well. Yeah, it's just a little bit slower, that's all. Yeah, come on. Come on. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're flowing. We are flowing. And we're gonna get some oil pretty soon. This one's just a bit faster than everything. Come on. Ooh, think I can hear something. Here we go. Ooh, here we go. It started. Listen to them. This one has a 4, and this other one has something else. So it appears that the load balancing setup does actually work, because on this end we have 100% efficiency. Yeah. And over on this end we don't have 100% efficiency. Yeah, so at least until everything gets filled up on this end, you know, with these guys, we don't have. And see, it takes a while for it to get there because it fills up. So load balancing appears to be working on these bad boys as well, which is good, because it means that now I can redo the pipe works on the plastic setup as well, and on this side, and we will have a perfectly balanced production. Love that sound. And we are making rubber, and we are making plastic over on the other end. However, problem is that this thing got full, and now we are screwed because we need to do something with it. So I'll probably have some sort of setup here to turn this into fuel and then load the fuel. But for now, my main interest is to make this, yeah, a few stacks of these so we can unlock the next tiers. Actually, the next milestones. And there we have it, folks. The oil setup has been completed. We are making oil products and they are amazing. Now in the next episode, we're gonna use these products to unlock some other stuff, and we'll see what else we can do. So thanks again for watching. Thanks to those who have liked and commented on the videos. Don't forget to do this some more. Really appreciate it, and they're very useful. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for some more Satisfactory. Stay tuned, everyone. Ta!